Hey guys, Sandro from the Creepshow here. I'm in Cologne, Germany right now at the MTC, and I'm going to tell you about my setup. I'm actually pretty excited to let you know what I'm doing here. I've always played Yamaha since I started playing drums when I was 15. I used to play with a Manuka Shea hip gig kit, which was like a 16-inch kick drum, 13 floor, 10 rack, and 13 snare, and I was playing punk with that. But now that I'm like play more music, play more rock, play more heavy stuff, and rockabilly and psychobilly, I like to use kind of a bigger kit. Normally these aren't the sizes that I play when I'm at home, but when I'm here in a different country, you know, I kind of make with what the wonderful people at Yamaha had to give me. So I'm using a tour custom kit, and I specifically asked for the tour custom kit because, well, for one, it's an all maple shell. And number two, they only made them for a short amount of time, and my reasons behind it is because they made an extremely good kit for a really reasonable price. So I feel like they put it on the market and went, oh no, this is a really good kit. We should probably take it off because we're practically giving it away. So I specifically asked for the tour custom kit because I play with one at home, but normally my sizes at home are 24, 13, 16. And then with the Creepshow I use a 22, 12, 16, but that's a rock tour kit, which came kind of after. But they had this one for me, and I was so excited when they said, we got a tour custom kit for you, because I don't know why, but for some reason, no matter what skins you put on it, or no matter what like kind of setting you're in, it's gonna still sound really good, it's gonna cut. I just started getting into these Remo vintage Emperors, that I think they just came out recently, but these vintage Emperors, I don't know what it is. I was using the coated ones before, but you don't have to do anything. You just put the skin on your kit and then half crank it, and they sound incredible. I've been gigging with these skins for a couple weeks now, so they're a bit on the dry side, but they sound incredible. And this is my first time using the clears, and I really like the clear with a live setting because they kind of cut through the mix a bit more. So yeah, I guess, snare skin. This is my, I don't know what it is. You know when you find something you love and you stick to it for like years? This Remo Black Suede Emperor, I don't know what it is with it, but I use a lot of ghost notes. I do a lot of rudimentary stuff on the snare drum, especially with this genre of music. And this has like the tone of a coated, but the like sensitivity of a clear. And I don't know why I always got black. I always got black because no matter what tour I was doing, I would write the set list and the tour and the date as like kind of like a memorabilia thing. So if you were to go in my bedroom right now, you would see all the like European tours I've done or Canadian tours I've done. I've like put them on the wall with like the set list, and it's just like, it's good memory, you know? Because when you do a lot of partying, sometimes you forget where you are or what you're doing. But this black suede skin, I don't know what it is about it, but I put a little bit of moon gel. I put a bit more moon gel on this snare because it's a steel Yamaha snare that I've had since I was 15, 16. And I don't know why I brought it out. I put die-cast hoops on it, which give it a lot more cut and a lot more crack. And it's a beast of a snare, but sometimes it gives you that like little bit of sane anger. You know what I mean when I say sane anger? I think drummers will get that up. But that Metallica record, that snare drum was just terrible. But so it gets a bit of that, but if you put a bit of moon gel on it, you kind of get the perfect tone you want. But I have a Yamaha 14 by 5.5 brass snare coming for me that I just purchased from Yamaha in like the next half an hour. So I'm actually excited to retire this one back to my bedroom and pull out this brass snare. I've always wanted a brass snare. Yeah, bass drum pedal, I use a Pearl Eliminator belt drive pedal. Now I've done the direct drive, which I think is amazing, but when you're a drummer, you're kind of poor because you gotta buy all this other stuff. So going direct drive is kind of expensive. But yeah, the Pearl Eliminator belt drive with the red cam, I use the red cam, just has so much flow, and it's really, really buttery. And you can throw it around because it's not like a chain where you get all these little like links and there's all these like little, I don't know, there's just too many variables of problems when you're dealing with bass drum pedals. So I think like a strap and just like, yeah, I use an Iron Cobra beater though, which is like super flathead. because I like the lightweight and the contact. If I can get a Trick Pro 1V, that would be my next purchase for a bass drum pedal. Not that I don't love this pedal, but that Pro 1V is like, you can't make, I don't think that you can make a better pedal than that. I'm not sure, I don't know. Anyways, yeah, so cymbals, I'm using all rides here. I'm not really a crash guy unless they're like 19 inches, 20 inches and up. I don't really like small cymbals unless it's for the hats. These hats I've had since I was 16 years old. I think it was the month that the Pasty 20 line dropped. I bought these. And I really, really like them. I've also just never listened to anything else. And they cut through the mix and yeah, they're really cool. They're really, really nice cymbals. And I've had them forever. I've never cleaned them. I don't like to clean my cymbals because the dirtier I think they get. Like if you look at this one, it's got green and it's really like, it's oxidized. For some reason with these unlathed cymbals or something, the more cracked you get on it, I think the darker they sound. And they kind of like, I don't know, sit with your mix. You start to appreciate the sound more. But as for cymbals right now, what I'm using are all Zildjian. This medium ride, I just kind of got by default. I needed something to beat on real quick. I like it, not for a ride, but for like a crash cymbal. Because with this cymbal, mostly it's all accent work and like cymbal pauses. And this one cuts really well. It's also super heavy. And I really like that one. The Armand, I use this cymbal. This is probably one of my all-time favorite cymbals. And I don't know why, but you get so many different tones. Like with my other rockabilly band, I only use a ride, snare, floor tom, kick setup. That's it. No hi-hat. And when you only have one cymbal, you gotta try to make it as many voices as you can. And for some reason, this cymbal, the bell, the bow of the bell with the stick, and when you crash it and the ride, you can get like 6 or 7 different tones out of this if you know the cymbal, I guess, well enough, or like you get enough dirt on it that it just does what you want, you know? And so this thing's like my main crash, because it's got so much crap on it, it's just got a really warm tone, but also kind of cuts. And the final guy that is my main thing is the Sweet Ride, 21 inch. I love big cymbals. I just feel like they like round out the sound on a drum kit more. I don't know why. And makes things kind of have more full body. But yeah, the Sweet Ride's really cool. I only started using it with this band, with the Creepshow, and I really like it because you can crash on it, you can bell on it, you can do everything. But I heard, or I saw actually, that they make a 23 Sweet Ride now. So basically after this tour is done, and I pay my rent, I'm gonna buy one of those because those sound really, really good. Other specifics. I sit really, really high. I always said to myself that if you sit really low at a 90-degree angle, you're not really digging into the drum. Like, I don't know if you can see myself sitting now, but I'm not like, I'm actually sitting a little bit lower, but I'm not at a full 90 degree. I'm at kind of like at a higher tilt. And I don't know why, I see a lot of gospel drummers and a lot of drummers that I like Dillinger Escape Plan drummers, Mars Volta drummers. They sit really high, and I was like always wondering why. And I started sitting high, and I realized that you use so much of these muscles, which is basically the biggest muscle in your body, I'm pretty sure. And you just get more power, and you can dig into it more. And I feel like I feel more centered. And I'm one of those drummers who's not lazy, but doesn't really want to do like more than they have to. I don't want to play my cymbals real high. So basically, if I were to approach the kit and sit at it, everything is exactly right here. Like, I don't have to go like this, I don't have to go like this. And the thing is, when you're drumming, sometimes in a smaller club and there's no fans, you don't have a fan, it gets hot. So if you're playing your arms really up here all the time, I find personally, this is just my thing, your arm just gets burnt out, especially if you're playing fast stuff, you're doing a lot of technical grooves, stuff like that. So yeah, I like to have my cymbals, everything really nice and close, everything nice and snug. I know where it is, I don't have to work too hard, but I can concentrate on my playing and my technique. And yeah, I throw a bit of moon gel every so often depending on the club. I think the last time I was here I had to dampen my cymbals. But yeah, I might have to do that tonight, but I don't know. So this is basically my setup. This is basically it, and I love it. I play Yamaha forever now in the hardware. Like, I don't have to worry about anything. I have to worry about nothing. I sit at my kit, I know everything's gonna do exactly what I want. Sometimes when you play festivals, you got different backline, there's different variables involved. And I don't know, just do what you like. Like, play with what you like, and don't follow other people's setup. Like, take inspiration from all your influences, but don't like completely copy them. This is a voice, this is another language. I feel like you should, you know, approach the drum kit the way you approach everyday life, and you as a person, like, I don't know, having personality behind your kit's half the battle, not imitating someone that you appreciate, you know. So take something from everybody, you know, get your, you know, influence through your inspiration and or people that inspired you, and just like translate it on your kit. The sticks I'm using right now, I'll pull out a fresh pair here, are the Silver Fox CMs. Now, I think the hardest thing for a drummer is trying to find your stick, because you're always changing. If you're a younger guy getting older, you build more muscle, you practice harder, you play more. So having that stick that is your go-to, I find, is very, very difficult. And to be honest with you, it took me a very long time to find the stick that I was like, okay, I could play like, and feel good about playing. So yeah, this is the CM that Silver Fox makes. I love Silver Fox because it's not like this massive, like, I gotta call 15 people to get in touch with someone to talk to me about drumsticks. It's a very, very one-on-one thing. You know, they're very, very close people. They really are interested and are passionate about what you're doing, and really try to find the stick for you, because this is, you know, at the end of it all, the tool. Like, this is, you need this to translate what you want to say. I mean, your hands obviously, but you know what I'm saying. So yeah, the CM is an in-between between like I think a 5A and a 5B, but more on the 5B side. And it's got a B tip, and I love B tips because you really can feel the control from the snare head and the heads to your hand. I'm not getting this like I don't know what that, oval tip, sorry, because I feel like, I don't know, this is your particulars, but I feel like I'm digging into the head too much and I'm not getting that exact response, especially when you're doing a lot of triplets, ghost notes, 5-stroke rolls, really trying to get around the kit fast, a lot of ghost note stuff. I feel like this helps you feel the contact of the drum head more. So yeah, they nailed it with this stick. I would love it if they put my name right there. I've never had that before, so maybe that would be cool. I don't know, one day, hint, hint. But yeah, they treat me really well, and and they have so many different models. Like, there's a million different styles to choose from, so no matter kind of who you are as a drummer, you'll probably find the stick. But the one pet peeve I have about these sticks is that I can't actually break them. Like, I break sticks casually, you know, depending if you get like a bad stick or a bad batch, but I will wear these things out till they're wide like this, and like toothpicks right here. And it's amazing because you can just keep playing the stick and you know you're never gonna break it. But sometimes you just want the feeling of a broken stick where you're like, yeah, I knew that was gonna go and I did it. But you can't do that with this stick, and I think that's incredible. But every once in a while I just wanna smack a stick out, you know? So yeah, I know I don't have to worry. This stick allows me to not worry. And that's what I like. I like going up to a show and just knowing I don't have to worry about anything. And everything I use is a vital tool in helping me not wonder. Because the more I don't have to wonder about what I'm doing, the easier I can just enjoy myself and enjoy the company of the audience and stuff like that. So now I think that's it. I think I've covered all the bases with the kit. So thank you so much. Sandro from the Creepshow.